Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 6 reasons why you're still struggling to get clients on board and signing up new sales and how to fix it. Stay tuned. Garnia here. Welcome back to Heart Behind Hustle TV, where we help impact-making entrepreneurs to grow and scale their businesses online and turn their brands into movements. And a big thing that's going to help you to get to 6 figures and beyond is perfecting your sales abilities and getting new clients signed up. So I don't really care if you're signing on huge, like $20,000 to $50,000 clients for your services, maybe done for you web design or whatever, or maybe you're a health coach and you're focusing on just getting your first clients on board. If you're struggling with getting the amount of sales and the amount of clients signed up, and you're still in a place where you're like, well, I don't know what's going on. Other people seem to be successful and something is just stopping me. Something is not working. Make sure that you watch this entire video. And at the end, I'm going to share with you a really special resource to make sure that you feel fully awesome and getting more sales on board, with making sure that you have the right systems to support those clients coming on. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first most common thing that I see most people struggling with when it comes to their sales is that they don't believe in their offer or the value that they provide. And I know this is kind of hard to hear, because you might be like, well, I totally do believe in my offer. I totally know that people need it and the transformation I can provide is quite great. But like, do you really? Are you sure? Like 100% sure? There's nothing holding you back. There's nothing that you're like, even an inkling of like, am I really worthy of making this money with this work? Do I really know full-heartedly the value? Do I truly, truly believe in this offer the way it is and the pricing that's aligned? The likelihood that that's a no is pretty high if you're unable to get people signed up when you're talking to them on the phone. So I do have a couple exercises that I help people with. I'm not going to talk about them today, but I really want you to think about this. Are you 100% sure that you believe in the value that you, yourself, you can provide for people? If the answer is no, we need to work on that. All right, the second one is you aren't aligned with your pricing. So it's super easy for somebody to say that you need to increase your rates because that's what everybody's doing. You need to double your rates, charge bazillions of dollars. And it can be easy to say that, but if you're not aligned with that price point, then no matter what somebody tells you, you're not going to be able to sell your offer. The most important thing is to find a sweet spot of demand, of you being able to put out, so demand and supply, but also being able to like feel aligned, and the fact that like, yes, I can confidently sell this product at this price point. So this goes for 2 ways. It can be that your pricing is too high and you're not ready for it to be at that price point. So you're sabotaging yourself and you're not believing in the offer at that price point. So you're not able to sell it confidently. And maybe the pricing is too low. So you're sabotaging yourself because you actually don't want to bring on clients at that price point, because then you're going to have to actually serve them and you're not going to be getting paid enough. And that just makes you feel really crappy. And it's possible that you're at either one of those spectrums. If you're newer, it's likely that you're undercharging and you actually subconsciously know that you shouldn't be doing it and you actually don't want clients to sign on because of the price point. And if you have been doing this for a while, maybe you've worked with a couple of other coaches and they told you and made you just, double your price or whatever, even though you weren't ready to do it, it's also possible that you're just not aligned with that. And every time that you tell somebody about your price point, you're actually feeling like you're betraying somebody or yourself, and it just doesn't feel right. And of course, we would have to do some mindset work on this, but a lot of times it's not even mindset work. A lot of times we just have to build up to that high price point. Anytime that somebody doubles their rate, if you're going from $1,000 to $2,000 a month, that's kind of a big jump, right? So being able to be fully ready for that and understand that yes, you do provide the value at that level, well, we want to make sure that that is all happening in your business and your life, and you can full-heartedly stand behind your offer at that price point. Truth number 3 is that you aren't ready to sell it. So it's possible that, you're like, I have this offer, I know how I can help them, but you might not have all your ducks in order. You don't know how you're actually going to deliver on that service. Maybe you're promising the world and you're like, I have no idea I'm actually going to make this possible. I want to sell it, of course, and I can figure it out, but you're feeling a little bit of out of integrity in order to fulfill on that service. So you're sabotaging yourself and being able to sell it because you don't feel ready to actually fulfill that service. So that's number 1. The second piece is that you might just need to make sure that you mentally are prepared to actually work with clients. If you haven't had any clients sign up with you in the past, it's likely that you just haven't done the work, the worthiness work of like, do you truly feel like you're worthy of having clients? Do you truly feel worthy of making money doing what you love? And that is the first step. That is the first step in being able to attract more money to you and work with the most amazing clients you want to. Because if you don't feel deserving, that's going to come through in your sales calls and the energy, and your clients are going to say no. Your potential clients are going to say no because some spidey sense is going to be like, I don't think this person is the person for me. I remember when I was doing a launch a couple of years ago for a program, and my goal was to get like 25 women in it at a high price point, and I ended up getting 8. And at first, I was really disappointed with myself. Like, Camila, you've done so much work and you invested so much energy into this. Why did this happen? And the reason why is because I actually didn't want these people to be there. I didn't want these women to actually sign up at that level because I would end up working literally 24/7. I would have no time left for myself, and that's not what I actually wholeheartedly wanted. I wanted to have space for myself, and I wanted the rest of this income to come in a different way. I wasn't aware of it at the time, but once I got clear on myself, I realized that I actually wasn't ready for that. I needed to have additional coaches in order to fulfill that service, and I didn't have that in place at that point. So that's why I didn't get those sales, and that's totally fine. Everything happens for the right reason. Everything happens to serve you. We just have to find what that lesson and what that reason is to serve us. Truth number 4 actually has to do with your positioning and offer. And it's possible that your offer doesn't solve an urgent enough of a problem or need for the people to actually be willing to pay for it. And this is a really, really big one. A lot of times, it's really easy to come up with a great offer. You're like, oh, people will totally want this and I want it. But just because it solves a problem doesn't mean people are willing to pay for it. So yes, your offers do have to be at the sweet spot of people willing to pay for it, people having a problem that's urgent that they want to fix, and you being able to provide the transformation that people are actually seeking. So this is a little bit more of a on art versus the science of creating offers. And if you struggle with this, make sure that you talk to me, message me, and I'm happy to talk to you about what this looks like. This is something that we focus a lot on in my Aligned Marketing Academy, and that might be a good fit if you're struggling with getting sales as well, especially when it comes to positioning your offers effectively. Truth number 5 is that you give up too quickly. I can't tell you how many times I hear from people like, all right, Camila, I'm coming to you because I just did a launch. I emailed my list 3 times, no one bought, and then I don't know what to do. I'm like, hold on a second. You emailed your list 3 times and you expected to get $25,000. Your list is 100 people. Those numbers don't make sense. So I think a lot of times because we see Facebook ads and Instagram ads about how everybody's just totally crushing it and all they had to do is wake up in the morning and magically everything worked out. That's not how business is. Otherwise, we would all be millionaires and we would all be making a ton of money with magical powers of the universe. And that's not how it works. We do have to make sure that we are diligent and consistent and 100% committed and actually showing up until it works, right? If you only show up a few times and you're like, meh, doesn't work. Got to find a new business. That didn't work. Really? That's how quickly you give up? Seriously? No, right? You need to make sure that you are 100% dedicated. If you need some understanding of this, make sure that you read Grant Cardone's book, The 10X Rule, and Be Obsessed or Be Average. It takes a lot to succeed, and it takes a lot to really grow and stand out. There's a lot of competition in the online space, and if you want to stand out, you're going to have to be 100% committed to your business in many different ways and invest in yourself and your business as well. And lastly, truth number 6 is that you don't know enough about sales. And this is a huge, very common one, because if you aren't coming from a sales background, which by the way, I didn't, you're gonna struggle with sales. That's just how it is, because being able to talk to people in that, in a way to persuade them and to make them feel special and to make them see that what you have to offer is what they need. Like, you need to know sales. You need to understand what sales skills you need to have. You need to know how to overcome objections. You need to know persuasion. You need to know marketing. And these are all skills that we're not born with. When I started my coaching business, yes, it was my 3rd business, but in the first 2, the sales the money came very differently. I work with my second business, my blog, I work with partnerships. It was more partnership based, so I didn't have to do any sales. With my first one, I did do sales, but it was, I mean, I wasn't making enough money to really make that into anything huge. And it was also, part of it was partnership based, and then the others were, my prices were just too low and they were like a total no-brainer. So obviously I learned and I changed things, and now it's, you know, it's different. But when I started my coaching business, I did enroll some clients on my own, but it was challenging to get it to a level where I could actually replace my income. So I needed to work with a coach that would teach me how to actually do sales effectively. I was terrified of getting people on the phone. That was so like, I'm an introvert. I don't want to talk to people on the phone unless I'm close to them. And talking to strangers, calling strangers up, I'm like, whoa. I mean, I might be facing rejection here. Do I really want to do this? Yeah, that's just a part of it. That's just what you have to do. And the thing is, like, it gets easier, right? I've been in business for 5 years, so I'm pretty good at sales now. I definitely have a long ways to go to be like master at it. And this is something that we're going to keep getting better at and keep growing and keep improving on. But if you haven't had any sales training, if you don't know how to do sales calls or how to overcome objections and just anything around sales and how to talk to clients and how, you know, all these different things, definitely make sure that you start educating yourself. There's a lot of books you can start reading on that topic. And if you are serving women, just know that a lot of these books out there and a lot of the content out there is very masculine driven, so it might not resonate with you. A lot of it is a little icky and like kind of sleazy and stuff like that. So just be aware of that. And, you know, the best approach would be to hire somebody or join a program where you can learn how to do sales in a more feminine, more, you know, flowy type of way that actually feels way better and isn't pushy, isn't slimy, and it's more invitation based versus like, buy this or you're going to die. So you want to make sure that if that's something that resonates more with you, definitely, you know, seek something that's going to support you with that. And not to plug again, but I will, because the Online Marketing Academy is where we talk a lot about sales. And if you don't know how to do sales and how to get sales and enroll clients, go to heartbehindhustle.com/academy to learn more. And that's all I had for the truths. Now, this entire video is a part of a Set Up Your Online Business Starter Kit. Now, if you don't have enough clients that you're signing on, it's possible that you just haven't had the systems set up to allow them to come in. So make sure that you check out the starter kit, because this is where I talk about all the systems you need to have in place to confidently be able to feel like you have your ducks in order to get these clients on board. So I do have a link in the description. Go ahead and check that out. And if you like this video, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, because I release new videos every Monday and Thursday. And so grateful that you're here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.